Welcome back, folks. It is Jay Fair, and today we're going to take a look at a pretty exciting keyboard. It is from a brand new company called Mecharite, and it is the Apex True. And there we go, much better. It is the Apex True RGB keyboard. It is based on the foundation of that GK61 that we're all familiar with. And full disclosure, they did send this out for me to review, but of course it had no impact on my impressions or thoughts on the product. Let's go ahead and dive in. Danish company Mecharite has introduced the Apex True RGB keyboard. It comes in at a 60% profile, and upon opening it, you're going to get it in its soft carrying case, as well as a keycap removal and switch puller, as well as a very sturdy silver braided USB-C cable. When you take it out of the container, you're going to get the keyboard as well as a quick start guide with its 60% profile. And it comes in at a hefty 719 grams. The standout aesthetic to the Apex True is going to be the angular frosted acrylic case, standing around the typical 5-degree angle. The Apex True shines above the GK61 brethrens because it just offers so much more in visuals and the RGB with that beautiful acrylic case. Given that the case has that fixed 5-degree angle, there is no adjustable feet on either corner, but there are 4 very sticky and sturdy rubber feet that are definitely going to help prevent this hefty boy from moving around on your desk. The USB-C port is going to be fixed on the left-hand side with the Mecharite keyboard logo and branding on the right. Very clean and simple. Only offered in the white variant. The PBT keycaps do have a great shine through with the RGB. Everything's very legible. It's got good texture, and it seems to be very durable with little to no flex. My only issue is that there are no shine through legends, so you're going to have to guess with the function shortcuts, or at least accommodate at a rather quicker pace than other 60% boards. Underneath these keycaps is going to be a full set of Gateron's mechanical red linear switch. These are definitely a budget option, but they are not the optical switches you're used to seeing with the GK61 models. Now, when we peel back a few keycaps, we're going to be showing a couple things here. First and foremost, the first thing you're going to notice is this weird yellow gold outlining that's around these sockets as well as holes on the plate. I am not too sure why that was a decision that was made. I don't find it to be attractive or add to the aesthetics of the keyboard whatsoever. And you can see that underneath the keycaps. So it's definitely not easy on the eyes to see that mustard yellow. And on top of that, you can also see the hardware. So when you are looking down on it, you are going to see those Phillips screws. And that's something that is somewhat of a nitpick of mine, only because I just want everything to be fleshed out in a very clean manner. And it's not so clean when you have those shiny chrome or silver hardware peeking through your keycaps. The plus side to all this, though, is definitely going to be the stabilizers. While they're not going to be anything as far as like Durac or premium stabilizers, they are lubricated and they do have some wiggle to them, but it's not anything that I noticed was hindering me when I was playing any games or typing in any way. So it is really nice that they did put extra attention on all of the stabilizers on the Apex Pro, so that way we have more of that muted, quiet usage on those larger keycaps without the excessive pinging. As with all GK, SK, so on and so forth models that all kind of fall under the umbrella of OEM rebranding, this particular keyboard does have 5-pin hot swappable PCB, something that is actually kind of a rarity. It seems that most of these keyboard types are going to have your optical variant, and so you can only switch out your actual switches with optical switches, and that's few and far between in this day and age. So with this being 5-pin, you don't have to use the standard 3-pin Gateron red switches that do come with this board. You're more than welcome to use whatever you want without having to snip the 2 posts to make it a 3-pin, as it does allow you the ability to simply customize this board to your liking. herein lies another issue that I do have with the board. With it coming in at a price point of $199 USD, I would expect something a little bit more premium than some Gateron Reds. Don't get me wrong, these are really good for gaming and for typing. They're not overly sensitive like your Razer Linears, and they don't have a very firm or heavy actuation force, so they're not really laboring when you're typing. It's just that with these being just budget options installed and they're unlubed, it just seems like kind of a downer, and you lose that ability to make this even more of a premium board for that premium price. The software is going to be just like what you've seen with other GK models, and that you're going to have 3 layers to work with as well as the standard one based off the software. So you can edit your shortcuts, you can also go in, create macros, and then of course the most important thing, being able to go through and change the RGB settings. If you notice at the top of the keyboard there, it does show a light strip, and that is going to be the light strip that's going to be underneath that keyboard. So you can edit that individually from your actual LEDs coming out of your switches. So those are my thoughts on the new Apex True RGB keyboard by Mecharite. Now, I do think that if we could lower that price a little bit at that $199 asking price, it's a little too high. If we can get it down to where it was maybe on sale when I did see it, when this keyboard was sent out to me at $119, that is a perfect sweet spot, because you have to look at the competition that's out there on the market with a lot of entry-level customizable keyboards and the ever-popular Apex Pro by SteelSeries, which folks might get those names confused. That's at $180, and I've seen that on sale as well. So it's really hard to say, let's spend $200 on a very enhanced version of that GK61. So if you are interested in the keyboard and you want to make sure it's going to go on sale at some point, definitely keep an eye on their website. I'll leave a link in the description below. And my name is Jafer. If you like the content, please throw a like. And of course, hit that subscription button if you want to see more content. Until next time, stay safe.